Well, Paul, thanks a lot for spending time with us today. And we're catching up with World of Beer and Mandola's Italian Kitchen. You've got history in the industry since the mid 70s. What do you see as the longest lasting impact of the pandemic on the industry, given your perspective?
Yeah, I've been in the industry for quite some time. It's been a really fun run, and it's in my blood, and it's something I truly, truly enjoy. And over the years, certainly been faced with many challenges, multitude of challenges and issues that have come up. But boy, certainly this COVID pandemic created a very unique and a very challenging one with, as you say, very long-lasting implications, very likely on the business. Like many others, I don't know what they're all going to exactly be moving forward, but we have absolutely seen a shift in consumer behavior. Their spending habits have changed dramatically. Their eating habits have changed. And boy, we've just had to stay very, very attuned to these changes and monitor those and be, flexible in thought and action and how we manage the business and modify the business to appeal those changes. So we're seeing, like many others, the average check has gone up dramatically. And now it's over 2 years we've seen a dramatic escalation of price increase. And it's way up there. So it's beyond what I thought people would be willing to pay for, in this case, a World of Beer experience. But they're spending a significant amount of money. We do have staffing challenges, for various contributing factors, which we can get into if you wish. But those are going to be with us for the foreseeable future, for sure. The wage compressions coming out of this are challenging and are going to create very profound implications on our future that may change our industry in a really big way. How we make money, can we make money? What do we need to change to make it a viable proposition for staff, for our shareholders, our investors, and for customers? And as we all know right now, there's the challenge of supplies. I mean, people, getting them back to work and simple things like I was talking the other day about oil and chicken and just the contributing factors. It's not just the chicken, it's the bag. People don't have enough bags, and these people don't have enough boxes because people aren't back to work. I mean, there's a multitude of challenges through this. So, I don't have a specific forecast, but I know there's going to be a lot of changes, and one in this industry has just got to stay very, very attuned to these daily evolutions.
One of the evolutions that occurred during the pandemic was your investment in Mandola's Italian Kitchen, which you opened the Austin-based concept in Tampa. Tell us a little bit what made you interested in Mandola's Italian Kitchen.
Yeah, I'm really fired up about World of Beer, firstly, and we've got 50 great locations, and it's got a really, really positive future, and I'm so excited about it, and I still remain very focused on that. But about 2 years ago, Damian Mandola and his wife Trina knocked on my door, and they wanted me to look at their concept, Mandola's Italian Kitchen. As you mentioned, they have 4 of them in Austin, Texas. And I've actually seen those. Back when I was working with Outback and OSI, the portfolio of brands, I would travel there, and I stayed at Damien's house and visited his first one, which now opened up 15 years ago. And it was very much so a market, like an Italian market, which really is part of his ancestry. And I loved it. It was busy as can be. Food is unbelievable, typical Damian Mandola style. And he said, Paul, I just need somebody who's good at scaling up restaurants, and I want to be left alone with my food. And I said, well, look, I'll come back out and, let's check it out. And so I flew out there. He had 4 open. He had some folks on his team who I highly admire. And I was really impressed about, the quality of bench strength that he's attracted. And needless to say, those 4 locations were just bursting at the seams. People out the door, social reviews off the charts, food unbelievable. And these things were, a very good economic model. And so I came back, talked to my wife, Suzanne, and I said, well, hey, we need to come out there and check it out. So we flew out together. And long story short, we ate great, we drank great. I adore Damien and Trina. They're outstanding people and outstanding partners. And so we opened up our first one in Riverview, Florida, a little south of Tampa, October of last year. Our second one is on track to open latter part of September this year. And we're on track to open 6 in 2022. And then, we'll see where it goes from there. But it's a fast casual concept. But really, the only thing fast casual about it is the model how you pay. The food comes to your table, but it's on plates and nice silverware and glassware. And the atmosphere, the ambiance is really exceptional. It's fun, it's lively, it's bright. I'm really excited about it. It's in a very uniquely positioned space, and it's really resonating with consumers. We are the mecca of hockey, that's for sure. But there are a very exemplary, admirable team led by their owner, Jeff Finnick, who is just an icon, and he's idolized in the Tampa Bay area. Steve Griggs is the CEO. He's a personal friend, and just the whole team is just full of great people. They've got a wonderful culture, heavily involved in the community and very giving. They have a community heroes program, it's called, and they give away $50,000 at every single game to a what they consider to be a meaningful, effective charity in the community. And early on in the program, my wife and I were provided that opportunity by Jeff and Penny Vinnick, and they personally handed us a check for $50,000 that went to the Friedreich's Ataxia Research Alliance. So we, many in the industry know that my daughters were afflicted with FA a number of years ago, and we've been leading a charge and working to build a team that today is held in very high regard in the world for a rare disease community. It's called FARA. And so that's what that's about. We're still fighting that fight, and we've hopefully going to get some FDA approvals in the next 12, 18 months and make a big impact on the lives of many people.
Given that you have now a toehold in the fast casual segment with Mandolas and your World of Beer concept at 54 units, what are you most positive about looking toward the end of this year and into next year as we're in the vaccine era?
I am looking forward to growing the brands because that truly excites me. In my career, that's the thing that's been so rewarding. And I know my associates in the OSI world would say very similar, is that a lot of our joy and fulfillment was watching people grow and be successful and take on more responsibility and just kick butt at it. And so that really turns me on. That really makes me happy. Making a good profit and having financial success for your shareholders and all, that's an outcome of all of that. And that's what we expect as well. But I'm looking forward to a environment that has less competition in it for the remainder of the year, because we've had some serious attrition, and we're very fortunate to manage our way through it. So we're enjoying the tailwinds and the rebound of it. So I think we're going to have a less competitive environment for the next 12 to 24 months. But at this point, there's a lot of people who are buying concepts and funding new things, and so it's going to be back to the competitive, more seats in our community's environment in another 12 to 24 months. So I'm looking forward to enjoying this tailwind for a while, and I'm really looking forward to our team impressing a lot of people and instilling a lot of confidence in consumers about the value we provide, and to convince them that we are their choice, their best choice, long term.
You were with Outback for 20 years?
Yeah.
Yep. And you added new concepts throughout that time to what became OSI. You're doing the similar with World of Beer and Mandolas now. From a management perspective, are there special challenges with that?
Yeah, you got to make sure that people don't lose focus, and that you don't shift the team to one brand and favor that brand over the other one, and the other one becomes, less special than the new one. And but all you got to do is just keep the hammer down on both, and keep both teams moving forward really, really strong. But yeah, it's just more work. But I'm not afraid to work hard, and I like having people around me who have a strong work ethic, but who are fun and are really serious about winning at work. So at OSI, we had a multitude of brands. Not all of them were successful, but many of them were, worldly renowned and just incredibly successful, which we're so fortunate for. And I got to tell you, I just had this thrill and this fulfillment of the challenge of serving food and getting it right, getting everything together for that customer, whether it was hot dogs and hamburgers and cheesesteak sandwiches and popcorn, whatever, but to get it to them in a quality way, fast, like they expected. It just was, I've learned that I have this hospitality DNA in me, this service DNA in me that I love, and I get motivated by that. And when that happens, it's a thrill for me. So for me to go in an operation of ours, and I'm pretty picky, but when I go in and I see the landscaping looking great, smiles on people's faces, the pace is there, the food comes out right. That just is it. It makes me, and when you can do all that and everybody's making money, the management's making bonuses, the investors are happy, that's an incredible challenge that when you hit that, it's really, really fulfilling for me. That's how I'd answer that.
That's a perfect way to answer it.